days ago. My dad passed away. This one plant. It took me 3 years to be able to pronounce. That's like the same old just to show off.
How was your birthday?
It's good. Back here now, though. Back here.
Me too.
Oh, did you really? We got back Saturday night late, but.
What time do you think it is?
I'm really not sure. That's
What's he got there?
Pepsi got dropped us off. I was gonna walk to the dollar
Is it
store.
Pepsi with Red Bull in it or something?
It's ham.
Damn, even better, probably.
No caffeine. That's true.
Well, you're looking at your city attorney who ran a 5K Saturday morning on a dare. I hadn't run a 5K in 6 years. I get a pair of new shoes up at Dick's. That's about it. They go, go. So I go. About 100 yards in, I go, you know, I can't breathe.
Did you not run?
No. Then I walk briskly. I mean, it's downtown Huntington. It's like 32 blocks.
Yeah.
So I'd run a block, walk a block, and then at the end, of course, when you get the water halfway, you run to that because then they think you ran all the time. And then at the end, you run because they're taking your picture and all that stuff. And they announce your name across the finish line. So anyway, that evening I was like, okay. But then yesterday and today, I got sore places. And he said, I won. And then a guy calls me, Terry Houck calls me, and he goes, Steve, he goes, you ought to get back down here. He goes, you won the trophy. And I go, a trophy? He goes, yeah, you won second in your age group. So I get online and check it out. There was 2 people in my age group.
Well, congratulations.
So,
They don't have to know that.
then when I hold it up, I'm not going to tell that part. You know. So anyway, it was on a dare, and I did it in like 39 minutes or something like that. But this little girl, about a 16-year-old girl, like looked like a track star. She's like a 100-pounder. When I'm about 200 yards from the finish line, and Huntington's finest were at each intersection waving us through, and I said, if you want to turn out light red right now, it's okay with me. Anyway, so this little girl blows by me with about 300 yards to go. Like I'm in the fast lane doing 60, and she's doing 90 in the right lane. And I thought, how is she just now catching me? I've been out here for half an hour. Turns out she was running a 10K and was finishing the 10K. She ran 10K in 40 minutes, which I don't know if anybody here has ever run before, but that's insane.
I wouldn't do that.
So that's, I'm going to stick to like laying on the ground doing Pilates and weights.
I'll just stick to lay on the ground.
There you go. Lay on the ground. Sleep it there.
Are we going to spend
Anyway, I don't know.
today? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and call the meeting to order and let the record show that we're meeting today at 3 o'clock due to conference that Paul, myself, Diane, Steve, and Mr. Watson all have to attend this week for the Western Municipal League. Council, you have minutes from July 19th, 2016 in front of you. What is your pleasure?
Motion to approve. I'll second.
A motion and a second on the floor. Is there any further discussion about the minutes for July 19th? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is the irregular agenda for August 1st, 2016, albeit short. Council, what is your pleasure?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. I don't think there's anybody here signed up to speak unless Kylie is here to speak. So we'll dispense with that portion of the agenda. Departmental updates. Mr. Porter, you can go first.
Okay, we did some alley work, pavement in the 800 block of Barbour Street. Also, we completed the disc golf course. We also did some concrete work on catch basins at Orchard Drive. Also, we did some concrete work for a pad at the elementary school for a bike rack. Also, we replaced 2 grills at the park at shelters 1 and 4. We repaired the leaking urinal in the lake restroom. Also, we spread topsoil and stevie mulch on the new sidewalk leading to the Veterans Home. In addition to that, we worked on the waterfall. We put in a backflow valve so that the water, when you turn it off, the water will run back down the hill. So that's in operation. Also, we have daily activities, litter control, grass mowing, street pickup,
Chief Coffee, you can fire away.
Yes, sir, since our last meeting, we had 35 written reports, 20 general, 15 accident. Breakdown on the general reports, 8 in the city limits, 1 on Route 60, and 11 at the mall. We've had 10 arrests during that time period, 3 residential, 2 on Route 60, and 5 at the mall. Update on our new officers, we've got Wes Ray going out this evening on his ride on program, and Josiah King is still preparing to go to the academy. That's all I have, sir.
All right. Diana.
Final budget revision on the last fiscal year, and we're kind of drowning in D&O taxes right now.
Okay. Randy, CBD.
We rescheduled our July meeting night for this Saturday, August the 6th. We did a good dinosaur. We had a pretty big storm on Friday, so we were able to use a rain date, so hopefully we have a better turnout. Saturday, July the 30th, we had a group host a Pokemon Go event. They hunted for Pokemon down by the lake, and then they did a free screening of the first Pokemon movie. Fantastic turnout. Everybody had a good time. They gave out prizes. They let kids play video games there. They had consoles hooked up for them to play. So they had a great time. Very happy with the facility. So that was pretty good. Our next Friday Night Live is August 19th at 6 p.m. at the amphitheater. Our final outdoor movie night will be August 26th. We'll be showing Inside Out. The Playgrounds campaign started last week. They gave a formal presentation to the Rotary Club of Barboursville, and they've been reaching out to local businesses. So that is underway as we speak. I met with the outdoor theater group last week, and they pitched to me, after we spoke earlier today, 2 potential options that we can use. They would like to start and have a piece in October. They want to do something fall Halloween themed. So it all depends what we want the budget to be. They can do a full theater musical production, which they gave us a full budget for, and then something a little smaller just this year to see how it goes, and then we'll do a full theater production next summer. So we'll make a decision on that in the coming week. I looked into it, I know Patrick, you were the one that asked about this, disc golf set. I have a contact through Dick's Sporting Goods, through their donation center out of Louisville, to see if they potentially would like to either discount 2 sets, or we purchase one, they donate one. But just for your information, a set that would be adequate, that includes a bag for what we would use it for, is $60 at Dick's, and it's actually $10 off right now, so that'd be $50. So it could be something, you're talking $100 total, just to purchase them and not have to wait. I do have some pricing from Just Bikes Shop on Bikes for next summer. I don't think that's anything we need for the immediate future. He gave us a really nice bike that would be adequate for anything folks would use it for at our park. It retails for $440. They could get us either a discount up front, or they could provide free maintenance on the bike for the duration of its life. So if anything were to happen to it, we would just take it to them, and they would then prepare to purchase it from them. So there are a couple of options for that. We finalized the schedule for Fall Fest, so we have a pamphlet put together that will finalize the details to get it printed out for all of the local businesses, which should be helpful. And we purchased our first 10 deer. The ladies of the East Peoria Women's Club raised money from 10 local businesses that purchased the first 10 deer. They will be in the Barboursville Fall Fest parade on display.
That's good news. I don't think there's anything in the fire department is there today. Patrick, is there any questions for Randy, first of all? Any questions for Randy? Okay.
I do have a question, sorry. With the disc golf, are we playing anything true opening ceremony or opening tournament or anything?
There will be a grand opening. It's going to be a tournament, but I don't think it's going to be like a super formal kind of thing. I think he's going to kind of send special invites
I've been around some disc golf because my son is a pretty avid player, and most places have not a place to sign in. Every place I've ever been is in some kind of a park and it's free. But there's always a place to either sign in and or get a scorecard, and there's always like the rules of engagement posted. And from a liability perspective, I think there ought to be some signage of some kind, you know, because I mean, I haven't been out there to see it, I would assume there's some terrain involved and potentially you could fall. I mean, I pulled a hamstring just throwing a disc once. Didn't have anybody to sue but myself. But anyway, every place I've been, which includes Little Creek Park in South Charleston, the Rotary Park in Huntington, which by the way is a pretty fine disc golf courses, believe it or not. And there's a lot of avid guys down there and women that will, when they find out we have it here, you know, we ought to be able to get some of their, you know, play. And I found that most disc golf people are pretty avid, just like real golfers or tennis players, and they have their own bag of discs. So to be able to provide discs for beginners or whatever purpose we're going to maybe be getting the discs from Dick's is a nice idea. But what you're going to find is people have their own stuff. People that really want to go out and play, just like real golfers, will have their own stuff.
Sure. Perhaps we should take.
You know the standard things: no alcohol. You know, let faster players go through. You know, just that kind of stuff.
And we can put, we actually, I was looking at this earlier, and the main map itself that goes on all the bathroom facilities will just have an icon for where disc golf starts.
Yeah.
But we can actually put a map in the rules by the first tee box, because, you know, that's obviously going to look different. It's going to have the layout of all the short and long tees. So that's actually a really good idea.
Okay.
You can kind of have a little kiosk set up there where you have rules of engagement, and then of course the map of the disc golf course itself, which is what's going to be shown on the scorecards.
Okay.
So that's probably pretty easy to do.
All right. Any other questions for Brandy? Along the lines of the animal shelter, I just happened to hear this along with our donation from Cattle Hospital and a private donor. They paid for their heating and air conditioning project, so that is completely paid for now. So we got a nice thank you from them coming in the mail, I'm sure. But the entire project's paid for, no debt on that. So that was good to hear. Under old business, I don't know if this really falls under old business or not, but I am going to make mention of it because we had gotten, I guess there were some concerns from some folks on the council about employees in the pool and employees at the splash park. I'll just say this is being investigated thoroughly, and Mr. Meadows is aware. I think there is a solution and not only a solution, but I think there was reasons for what was going on the way that it was going on. So as we, you know, administratively will handle those things through village, and if you guys hear
times it's hard to think of, what it takes to reach the level of the state champion, but, you think about percentage-wise, few do it. And, I know we have a state runner-up as well, but, getting a state championship and going, that's all gravy, and, just congratulations to them for a tremendous season. And I know that, Barboursville has won over 60 to 70 state championships over the years, but it still shouldn't diminish that, how tough it is to do that, and what dedication that these people go through, and what they give up. They give up their summer, they give up these nice days at the pool, and they give it up in lieu of 2-day practices and that kind of thing. But so maybe we can honor them some way, either during
Absolutely.
for a parade or anything so like that. But
I think they all took it on vacation.
I'm sure of that, yeah. But good for them. And the only other thing is wanted to know if I know that the weeds are starting to do like this on Peyton Street, and I didn't know down through the old brickyard and on both sides of the road. And I know that it's a state route and everything, but I didn't know if we had a cutter or something like that we could knock them back or cut them down in the cut.
We're thinking about renting a sidearm mower, because the new one costs over $100,000. We thought we'd try renting one to see how long it takes us to do it. Maybe that's the best option.
Okay.
But we are looking at that now.
We can take care of weeds out there, if nothing else.
Yeah.
We'll put, as a matter of fact, there's work order forms on my desk. We'll do that after the meeting. We'll fill them out. We'll hang out for a second.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll handle that.
That's all I got. Thank you.
A couple things. Have we moved forward on notifying the nuisance property owners? Have we done anything new since we passed the ordinance to notify the property owners of?
I'll ask Mike, no, I don't know any of it, except it was the day after council meeting, the day that I left. So I'll find out from Mike, and I'll let you know.
Okay. And then, just speaking of the work order forms, I thought about a while ago about making that available online. Is there any way to make that possible online, that someone, a resident, could put in a work order or something like that?
Yeah, I think we can do a request online, absolutely. Yep.
And it can be sent to Danny by
Yeah.
the workshop.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good idea.
That's all I have.
Okay.
What's your number, Dan, so we can write that?
That's what they celebrated in a minute.
We did go
Cell
to,
phone number.
we did go to, I won't say new, the form in and of itself is the same. We're numbering them and booking them now. So there's follow-up and a kind of a mass that leads back to where something's done and it's trackable now.
Okay, great.
So we'll engage our web company and try to get that done. I like this suggestion, good idea. Is there anything else coming before council today? Flesh, you have anything? Good.
The only thing I thought of when you were talking about the housing authority, I don't know if council's aware, but I have worked with the housing authority, particularly Brian Holly. There's an issue with the 2 tenants, and the one lady, the concern was these people may not be mentally capable of understanding the rules, so to speak. And the one lady, I think they found her other suitable housing where her needs might be, like assisted living kind of a thing. And then I think the other gentleman who supposedly was letting just anybody come and stay in his room and were claiming that they were related to him, they weren't. And the police investigated several occasions. There was some concern maybe they were dealing drugs out there or something. I think that's been alleviated too. And Mr. Holly circulated an email. He said to all concerned, and when I got it, I couldn't tell whomever else he may have sent it. So I don't know if he hooked up with any council members or other people at Housing Authority. But anyway, that had been an ongoing issue that he had alerted me to, that I'd done some work for them over the past 4 to 6 weeks. But I think that's all calmed over right